I woke up in a little bit of a negative mood today, so instead of filming my springtime favorites, I decided to do another negative video. It's about time. I've been sharing lots of my favorites. Today I'm going to share some of my hatest, and there were a lot that I had to sift through, so really I'm sharing the worst of the worst with you, and I'm kind of steering away from ones that I've mentioned in the past that I don't like. These ones to me truly are just bad fragrances, period. You know, I don't like to bash things right away. I want to give it a chance, wear it, see how it develops, and like experience it before I really decide I hate it. But these are bad. First is Alia Blanche. This one at first I thought was kind of cool, but the more I wore it, it's just very annoying. There's a sweet, syrupy scent mixed in with powdery notes, and it just doesn't work. There's vanilla and white florals in here and powdery notes, and it is very, very powdery, but like a sweet, annoying powderiness. I wore it a few times and it was just annoying. Like, it's not actually a bad fragrance. It could work on some people, but on my skin it's particularly this strange sweet powdery thing. It's a scent that you constantly notice on yourself, but not in a good way, so I would not recommend this fragrance. Even if you are a powdery fragrance lover, there's just something in particular here that doesn't vibe. I love powdery fragrances, but this one's a no-go. And this list is in no particular order, but I am gradually getting to the stuff that's worse. So on number 9, but not really on number 9, is Rosanna Mateo 5. This fragrance is probably an unpopular opinion of mine because this fragrance is well loved. It's a musky scent. It says floral amber sensual musk on the bottle, and it has potential to be sensual, but there is an overpowering strong rubber note in here. Rubber, like rubber tires, bicycle tires, like that type of like very pungent, strong black rubber. And that's really all that I can smell out of the bottle and on my skin. So it has to be the musk note that's used. I notice a lot of fragrances that contain a musk note. It does come out a little bit rubbery sometimes. Narciso's Pure Musk in the white bottle is another example. It is the only Narciso I can't wear because it does come out rubbery. This is that rubbery note times 100. Unfortunately, it's all I can smell in the scent. Number 8 is Dusita La Rhapsodie Noire. This one is more of a disappointment for me than just a bad scent, although it is pretty bad. The dominant notes are like a stale coffee scent, tonka bean and lavender. These notes don't combine well in this fragrance. There's a lot of other notes as well. It smells like a stale coffee that's been standing out for a long time that possibly has milk or cream in it. It just doesn't vibe right. It is woody and aromatic, which are the descriptors on this fragrance, but it's not good. It's like the notes that you want gone wrong. I think the culprits in here for making it smell bad are vetiver, patchouli, and oak. Those notes add a really heavy woodiness. It doesn't smell balanced. It doesn't smell good. I don't want to smell it on myself. I don't want to smell it on a man. I don't want to smell it wafting in the air, and I can't even imagine this being a good candle. So for me, a disappointment and just not a very good scent. And I hate to say this because this is a gorgeous brand, Carner Barcelona, but Palo Santo, which has been getting a lot of hype lately, honestly for me is not a good fragrance. I wore it yesterday and I did have to scrub it off. I took a full body shower to get this off me because this is a milky, boozy, strange scent. It does not smell like Palo Santo. I burn Palo Santo in my home all the time. It's a beautiful, light, almost sweet wood, and it is very serene and comforting and puts you at ease, just the same as like sage. It has a very comforting quality, a very cleansing quality. This is not that for me. This is woody, this is boozy. The notes listed are Divana, rum, warm milk, Gaiac wood, tonka bean, cedar wood, vetiver, and amyris. I get a ton of vetiver. Vetiver is a note that sometimes I like, but this is like when it's overpowering, I don't like it. I don't like the vetiver in here. I don't like it combined with the milk. I don't like it combined with the rum. It adds a weird kind of like nutty, rooty, milky, strange wood scent that I don't find comforting. I find it very odd and just not good. Number 6 is Penhaligons, the Bewitching Yasmin, which is a gorgeous bottle, and that is why I was interested in the scent. This was actually sent to me from the brand a couple years ago, and I was so disappointed, and I didn't really share it too much, and I think I got blacklisted because I didn't share it. And then after I had reached out to them, they kind of just were like, yeah, we're no longer shipping to Canada. I'm like, okay, I get it. but I can't share something that I don't like. This has Laotian oud, which I always find to be extra pungent and strong and like sharper than other ouds. There's incense. There is a coffee note that is very subtle. There is vanilla, cardamom, the jasmine I don't smell at all. This is incense and that like very intense Laotian oud with vanilla. And what happens is, yeah, it's kind of like a boss lady fragrance and it has potential smelling it out of here. But on the skin, a very intense sharpness comes out. It's very harsh. It prickles your nose, and maybe it's the synthetic notes in here. It's not enjoyable. This is not the kind of oud that I like, and I wouldn't really recommend this scent, especially because Penhaligons is so very expensive. Of the Portraits collection, I do really like Changing Constants, and I've yet to try a lot of other ones. I really haven't tried very many, but this one kind of disappointed me big time. On number 5 is Merceron Salad. This brand is actually really cool. I love their scent Ganymede, but when this fragrance came out, I saw notes of rhubarb and vetiver and I got super intrigued. And then the concept is a rainforest near a volcano. And when I smelled this, the concept really came through. I got it. There's no sweetness, so I'm confused when people say there's sweetness in this fragrance. I smell no sweetness. It smells like a salad on fire. That's really it. Like a salad with fruits and veggies, with tartness, and just burning that fresh green salad. It's weird. Probably not a bad perfume, but just not a perfume that I can imagine applicable in any situation. It's straight up odd. Again, for the price point, like you're really just buying a statement piece and kind of a work of art. So yeah, I don't think it's worth it. All the ones up to this point have been relatively luxurious and more expensive. This one is probably a shocker to you guys. I did share this in a prior video. It was sent to me from Fragrance Buy, and the more I smell it, the more I dislike it. I do really enjoy the Club de Nuit Imperial one that smells like Delina. This one is supposed to smell like Baccarat Rouge 540, but it really just smells like Instant Crush to me from Merceron, except more intense and more synthetic and chemically. I don't even need to open it to smell it. This is nuclear. All of the arm offs are nuclear. I don't think I mentioned. It's Club de Nuit Untold. And yeah, I wouldn't recommend it if you're looking for a Baccarat Rouge 540 dupe. This is very harsh and intense, and I am sensitive to those harsh, intense chemicals and that like sharp facet. A lot of people don't smell it. I really smell it, and that's all I can smell in the scent. In fact, when I store it in my closet, my whole closet smells like it, and it is obnoxious and it is way too strong. So yeah, I know this fragrance is sold out and it's been getting a lot of hype, and that boggles my mind because I don't know how other people aren't smelling what I'm smelling, but for me this is not good, and I know that that's an unpopular opinion. On number 3 is Dead Dinosaur from Sniff. This is from their secret menu, and this fragrance is very, very strange. I do work with this brand sometimes, so I don't want to bash them outright. So it's probably not very smart of me to be doing this right now, but this smells like gasoline and flowers. Like, why would you want to smell like you put on a perfume and then had an accident at the gas station? Essentially, that's what you're getting. When you go somewhere, people are gonna smell something that smells like a fragrance in the background and then a overtone of gasoline, and you're gonna smell like you had a gasoline accident when you were filling up your car. I don't like it. I think it's weird. It's fascinating, but it's weird, and I just don't think it's a good fragrance, and I wouldn't wear it myself. In fact, haven't even cracked the seal on this bottle. I'm still working through, well, I'm not really working through, but I still have the sample that they had originally sent me from pre-launch. So yeah, I haven't even cracked this open. On number 2 is Golden Guy from Meleg Perfumes. This is a Canadian perfumer. This was sent to me, and I never shared it. I don't like this at all. There's tobacco, whiskey, herbal notes, wormwood. I get like this old stale smell. I remember giving this to my man to wear once because I was very intrigued by the notes, the concept, and you know, the whole artistic approach. It smelled like, when he sprayed it, I didn't realize he had sprayed it. And I said, did you just put on mosquito repellent? And he was like, no, I put on the fragrance you just gave me. And I was like, oh, that is not good. So yeah, we have not touched it since. I got a whole bunch of discovery scents from Melody, Canadian Gentleman. I loved that one. And of course, my luck, it smashed on the floor in my kitchen, the little sample. I had to clean up all the little glass shards. And then my kitchen smelled incredible for that whole day. It smelled divine. It was like the best fresh kind of evergreen masculine scent. And that was the only one that like really tickled me. The other one that's pretty good is the chocolate, cherry, rose, and patchouli. I can never remember the order of which notes go first. It's a cherry, chocolatey fragrance, but again, very occasional scent, very unique, but very occasional. And lastly, thankfully, only a sample. This is from Xerjoff, and this is Cruz Del Sur 1, not 2. I know a lot of people love the 2. This is 1. This is incredibly intense, and it smells like kind of spoiled fruits and wood and spices. There's a lot of cumin that I get. There's castoreum in here, incense, like all of these really intense notes, you know, leather as well, and it's sharp. It's just really, really intense. Like this fragrance is just straight up rude. And if you wanna like make a statement when you're going to an event where you don't like people, I would definitely recommend this fragrance because you're just being rude. I don't like it. It's not a good scent. It's not pleasant. It's not for men or women. It's just not good. A lot of Xerjoffs I struggle with, and only because, again, I find that synthetic harshness. There are a few that I really love, one of them being Golden Mocha. I love that one. I think it's exquisite. It's a great coffee fragrance. They do have a lot that I love, but for me, it's like I either love it or I hate it. So yeah, that one is a... And yeah, I had a few more. I'm not going to get into them. If you want to see another negative video, leave me a comment. I would love to hear some fragrances that you think are just straight up bad fragrances. I feel like we talk a lot about great fragrances and we don't really share enough of the bad stuff. And a lot of the bad stuff is really expensive stuff. So it's important to know as well so that we don't go making those blind buy accidents. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.